Well, if we've learned anything in the recent months and weeks, we've had a way of unveiling true heroes all around the world. And joining us right now is one of those heroes, Catherine Carlton. She's a nurse practitioner out of New Jersey, complex care management from the Christian Healthcare Center in Woodcliff Lake. So, Catherine, thank you so much for joining us today. We've got some news that I believe is going to put a big old smile, and a well-deserved smile at that, on your face, because your peers have chosen you to be honored as part of the tailor-made driving relief supported by United Health Group charity golf event. And for good reason, I mentioned that because this pandemic is truly uncharted territory, and you've been on the front lines. You know, you're helping people not only heal, but also on the other side of it for those who are not able to return to health. So first and foremost, thank you. While the rest of us are staying at home, you are truly doing quite a duty.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And wow, this comes as a complete shock. So I just want to reach out and thank all of my colleagues, everybody. It's a teamwork, team effort. Optum has been, phenomenal, and we have just been, battling this as a united front, united team. So thank you.
Well, you're not only helping your patients, you yourself were diagnosed with COVID-19. Take us through this journey, and we're so happy that you're feeling better.
Thank you so much. It was strange. I, went to work, they screened, and they told me that I had 101 temperature, and I was feeling perfectly fine, which obviously, I wasn't. I went to City MD, was tested, came back positive, and didn't have any respiratory symptoms, but just had really severe muscular pain. I just felt like I had been beaten up with a baseball bat, and then somebody was like just taking a taser gun and shooting me. Just had high fevers for a few days. Then some coughing, sore throat, headaches. It took about a month or so to recover, but good to be back. And my son was phenomenal in helping take care of me.
Oh, well, great job by him. We know that when you were feeling better, and of course now you're back at work, you've been using any method possible to try and put a smile on your patients' faces, dancing around, using humor. You're wearing a lot of hats,
Oh,
to say the least.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think humor is the greatest medicine. Humor and prayer are the greatest medicines, whatsoever. And, our residents and their families have been through so much. It's been so difficult because, families can't come in and, see their, patients, their members. And, it's been so difficult. So I try to be the daughter. And, yes, you have to use a sense of humor. So, we just, do as much as we can to get through through the day.
Humor and prayer, great medicine. Also, the game of golf is, you've called golf a Zen sport, something that just lets you take a breather while you're outside with a tee time. And I know you love the game yourself. You've passed it on to your son, Nick, as well. He loves to play golf too. But how did you first get introduced to the game of golf?
I first got introduced to the game of golf with my dad. We used to watch Arnold, Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Lee Trevino, and just was just had a passion for it. Then Nick's dad was a phenomenal golfer. So when I worked in Boston, we used to fly to Bermuda every couple of weeks and play the Bermudan courses. And when we got married, I actually honeymooned with my dad, and we eloped with family, but we all, played golf, and that was just a very, very, cool experience.
I bet it was. I love that your entire family seems to be involved with the game. We've got someone else on the line who loves the game of golf too, and has the resume to prove it. So let's bring him on in.
Hey,
Am I
how are
live?
you?
Good. How are
Catherine,
you?
meet Rickie Fowler.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? I mean, it's good to see you doing
I,
better.
I'm doing so well. I was actually chipping a couple weeks ago in the backyard, And I go to Arizona actually and take golf lessons with a wonderful pro out there, Matt Stoddard. I'm going to do a shout out. And
Perfect.
my son was actually filming me, and he sent them to the instructor out in Arizona, and he was correcting my game. You know, my arms were too stiff, and I said, "Look, I just recovered from COVID. You know, give me a couple of weeks to get my game back."
Yeah, I think we're. I took a month off personally when we went into our little bit of a break and not knowing when we would start back up again. So I can't imagine with everything that you went through what it was like trying to come back from. I heard you talking about all the body aches and feeling like you got beat up with a baseball bat. I wouldn't want to try and come back and play golf that quickly after that.
Yeah, no, it was so good to you know, get out and have a, you know, the wedge in my hands, and having my son critique me, so that was good. And we also played some ping pong, so that's all. It was all good.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, from all of us, there's the three other guys we're playing the TaylorMade Driving Relief this coming weekend, but we want to tell you thank you for everything that you've done and everything that you've also been through, and then wanting to be right back and back to work. Um, Unfortunately, I have to go play with a guy named Tiger Woods today, so I'll try and go beat him up for you and tell him that you say hi.
Yeah, no, you can tell him I say hi. We saw him at Ridgewood. You know, have lots of pictures of Tiger and all the rest of you guys. So, yeah, you know, absolutely, you can give him regards.
I will do that.
You know,
Well,
and
Rickie,
Rory's
clearly
playing
Catherine
next
is a
weekend.
bona fide golf
Mm-hmm.
fan. She knows everybody who's in the field right now. And I think she deserves a little bit of something extra. I know Rickie would agree with this because, as a small thank you, Catherine, from the event sponsors, they're going to be giving you a team tailor-made package, which includes a whole lot, but it also includes the TP5 and the TP5X golf balls, as well as the Tour Preferred gloves. But that's not all. Of course, they say that all the time in showbiz. The best part is that you and a guest are going to be going to a 2021 PGA Tour event where you can see Rickie Fowler in person. How does that sound?
I'm so blown away by this. That sounds wonderful, and I think my son would like to go. So that's very, very, very cool. Now I definitely will be the coolest mom on the block.
Hey, Rickie,
So
that's
thank you
something
so,
we all
so
strive
much.
for, all of the moms, but you're one of the coolest guys on tour. So thank you for joining us. I know Catherine was very excited to see your face pop up. That was awesome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
absolutely. Very, very cool.
no, I'm glad I could be here.
And can I just say one thing?
Of
Actually,
Of
course.
course.
a couple of things, but I just wanted to give a shout out to my mom. It's her birthday today. She turning 86. So I shouldn't say that on the air, but just wanted to give a shout out to Gail. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Gail. Hopefully, all of you are tuning in, watching the TaylorMade Driving Relief supported by United Health Group. Rickie Fowler, it's always a pleasure to see you. Catherine, it's a pleasure to meet you on camera right now. You're a true hero, and we appreciate your time. I know it's valuable.
Thank you so, so much. This is so awesome. And I just wanted to give a shout out to all of my colleagues at Optum and senior management. They have been so, so supportive, and they truly rock.